What up, Hype Squad? It's your boy Lucrecio coming at you with another video. And if you're new to the page, welcome to exceedthehype.com. To join the Hype Squad, all you got to do is click the subscribe button, alright? So, this video is about the Boston Celtics and the game that they just had against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. They played the game at their old school arena, the Mecca. It was a very old school looking court. It was pretty awesome, the whole setup or whatever. They said it was only like 11,000 people in the building. So it was the actual building, didn't even know they keep buildings like that. Usually they turn them into a big parking lot or build something else there, but they kept it. They actually filled the arena or whatever. It was pretty fun to watch, see them play on that court again. Not that I saw them play the first time or whatever, but still, it was fun to see. Antetokounmpo, the numbers will still look good, but I didn't think he had that great of a game. One thing I noticed in this game, when Antetokounmpo has his shooters going, when the shooters are hitting their open threes, because he gets them wide open threes, when those shots are going in, the game looks like it's easy for him. He's flying up and down the court. He's getting to the basket. He's kicking it out, making these dime passes to the corners and whatnot. They're knocking down threes or whatever. They're defending at a higher level because there's more energy on defense and all this stuff. But when those threes aren't going in, it's a completely different story for that Bucks team and Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo didn't look that good this game. He did hit a couple threes at the end of the game, which kind of pushed his scoring up or whatever, but he had a lot of possessions where he was trying to force it to the basket and it wasn't there because Boston was just crowding the lane basically, which is a smart strategy. Same thing people used to do against LeBron a while back, or still do against LeBron, except he can shoot better now. But yeah, they were crowding the lane. He was forcing his way to the basket and couldn't convert, and naturally you're not going to get those fouls when you're trying to force the ball to the basket. The 18-footer was there. Now, that's going to be the next step in his development as a player. That 18-footer, that was there all night for him. He did take it a couple times, and he drained a couple of them. But if he could really start draining that shot, that's going to be the next thing that he needs to do or whatever. You see, when you watch Antetokounmpo, it's just very interesting, the potential, right? Because he had a couple possessions where he would put his man in the post and hit him with a turnaround fadeaway jump shot. And it was sweet. It was very sweet. You could tell the mechanics are there. His shot doesn't look awkward. It doesn't look like he's elevating, too much. And, it doesn't look, his shot looks technically sound or whatever when it comes to that fadeaway jump shot. So I think that's something he can definitely add to his game as time goes by. But let's talk about Boston for a second. So Boston was interesting. One thing, they do ISO a lot more, which we all expected. We were kind of wondering in Cleveland, who was really the ISO king there? Like, is it that LeBron is there now and came back and he wanted to play more ISO ball? Is it that Kyrie, is that where he flourishes? That's why they played so much ISO? I think it's the latter. Like, Kyrie, he brought all that ISO ball to the Celtics now. I mean, they did it last year too with Isaiah Thomas, but it wasn't like this. But Reggie Miller kept talking about the whole night how Kyrie and Al Horford had developed this great chemistry or whatever. I didn't necessarily agree. I didn't think it was that impressive. To me, it just looked like ISO, Kyrie going ISO, driving to the basket and kicking it out to Horford because he knew where Horford was going to be. So I guess that's chemistry, but that's pretty basic chemistry. Like, it doesn't take people playing together for a very long time to develop, to understand where they're going to stand on the court. Al Horford is just standing in one spot. So, but it's interesting. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum didn't have the best games. Marcus Smart stepped up really big this game. He drained some good timely three-pointers. He looks like he's in so much better shape this year. His shot looks better. I guess the videos showing earlier this summer of his workouts and him draining like 20 shots in a row or whatever, I guess that was real because his shooting form looks better and he just looks like a better player this year. Another thing, coming down the coming down into the clutch moments of the game. I noticed they did switch it up some. They had Marcus Smart handling the ball and doing the playmaking towards the end of the game, which I thought was a very smart. They must see something in his basketball IQ to make him to trust him, possibly a little bit more than Kyrie. Kyrie did accept the challenge this game. Once again, you could tell the scoring is not as easy for him as it was, which I feel like most people knew that he's not struggling scoring, but those shots, he's taking a lot of difficult shots. He makes some, he misses some. Over the course of the season, he's shooting a pretty low percentage. A lot of people, probably would have expected that. But it's just interesting. Boston did come away with the win. I did like what I saw out of both teams. One thing, Milwaukee, they either have to figure out the shooting. Like, they cannot win. They are solely dependent on shooting. Antetokounmpo stirs the pot, but those shooters have to knock down shots at a pretty good percentage for them to be successful, because as soon as they start missing, the defense is going to clog the lane for Antetokounmpo, and at this point in his career, he's not able to overcome that naturally because he's not like a shooter at this point. So they really just have to figure that out. But it's still just impressive watching Antetokounmpo. You can watch him every single day. Like, I'm sure at some point he's going to be on the national TV stage every week or whatever. But you can literally watch this guy every single day. It's that entertaining. He's that awesome of a player. But yeah, other than that, Thon Maker had some very, very open looks or whatever that he missed. Same thing to be said about, everybody. But ultimately, it was a very entertaining game. It was on that cool, old school court. And yeah, pretty entertaining primetime TNT game. Alright, let me know what you thought about the game. Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Alright, see you next time.